Again to Tolerance Oval Abu Dhabi, where we are all set and in readiness for semi-final number 2. We've already seen a blockbuster in the making yesterday evening. It went to the last over, expecting something similar this evening, as two of the finest teams we have in the domestic circuits are going to battle it out to go on to get to the grand finale of this tournament. Right then, it's going to be Abu Dhabi Smashers taking on Dubai Royals. Just a short while ago, I was there in the middle with the two captains and the match referee for the all-important toss. Well, we've already had a nail-biting finish in the first semi-finals yesterday, and we're all set for the second semi-final, and this too should be a blockbuster of a contest. It's Dubai Royals taking on one of the most exciting teams we have, Abu Dhabi Smashers. And now it's time to introduce you to the men who matter in the middle. On my left is Kamran Atta, the captain of Abu Dhabi Smashers. On his left is Hamid Khan, the captain of Dubai Royals. And on the extreme left, of course, is our esteemed match referee, Mr. Preetham. Kamran, you've got the coin. Please give a spin.
Head is the call.
Heads is the call.
It's tails.
It's tails. Barako, Kamran, semi-finals. अच्छा start. क्या mood है?
हम लोग पहले बॉलिंग ही करेंगे. आपको पता थ्रू और टूर्नामेंट हम लोगों ने बॉलिंग ही की है, तो आज भी हम बॉलिंग से जाएंगे.
ज़बरदस्त टूर्नामेंट रहा अभी तक कामरान. आप लोग का कोई लॉसेस नहीं अभी तक. चाहेंगे कि ये मैच भी अब जीतें, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली सबसे बड़ा मैच यही है. सेमीफाइनल से फाइनल से बड़ा लोग कहते हैं सेमीफाइनल बड़ा है. तो क्या प्रिपरेशन रही है आपकी?
जी बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये लास्ट मैच है. जो भी टीम हारेगी वो फाइनल से आउट हो जाएगी. तो इंशाल्लाह हमारी तैयारी अच्छी है, तो इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे कि अच्छा से अच्छा मैच हो.
कोई चेंजेस कामरान?
हाँ, 2 चेंजिंग है. एक पृथ्वी इन है और सेकंड शेहान.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक, गुड गेम.
थैंक यू.
हमीद, टॉस हार गए, अगर जीत जाते तो क्या आपका प्लान था इस विकेट पे करने का?
टॉस तो हमारे हाथ में नहीं होता है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम हार गए. हम भी बॉलिंग ही करते हैं, क्योंकि हम भी थ्रू आउट बॉलिंग ही करते आ रहे हैं और चेज में हम ठीक थे. बट नो प्रॉब्लम, बड़ा मैच है, सेमीफाइनल नॉकआउट है. तो हमेशा अगर आप बड़े मैच में अच्छा टारगेट सेट करते हो तो अगली टीम को चेज करने में थोड़ा मुश्किल होती है. तो इंशाल्लाह अच्छा टारगेट देंगे, 200 प्लस करेंगे, तो इंशाल्लाह अच्छा डिफेंड करेंगे.
कैसी रही तैयारी, प्रिपरेशंस, क्या बोला आपने अपने लड़कों को कुछ पहले? और आप मार्शल बहुत ज़बरदस्त फॉर्म में है.
कोई किसी को कुछ बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं. सब प्रोफेशनल प्लेयर हैं, सबको पता है अपनी जॉब का किसी ने क्या करना है. तो बस अपना नेचुरल गेम खेलेंगे सब और एफर्ट करेंगे और इंशाल्लाह मैच को जीतेंगे.
अमित, कोई चेंजेस?
जी हाँ, नादिर इन है, नीलांश आउट है.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक, गिव अस अ गुड गेम.
थैंक यू.
That's the news, and the confirmation from the centre is that Abu Dhabi Smashers, they won the toss and they've decided to bowl first. Well, there you go, the confirmation coming in from the centre. No hesitations. Winning the toss. Kamranata yet again very lucky tournament he's having, especially with the tosses, and yet again calling it right and decides to bowl first under the lights. Yeah, the wicket was watered overnight, so do expect there will be some movement for the bowlers. And that's the two playing lineups. Starting off Dubai Royals, Abdul Ghaffar. He was brilliant in the last game with the ball. Came in at a very difficult situation and took his team out of a tough stage. And then Hamid Khan, well, this man, he's on fire in this tournament. Ronak Panoli as well, he's been getting runs. Wali Afridi, left arm Wasim Akram. Junaid Shamsu, if he gets going, we're going to in for a lot of excitement. Mayank Chaudhary, another very talented player. Nadir Hussain gets a game in the all-important semi-final. Gul, Mohammad Taimur and Rais Ahmed, the latest inclusion for the Dubai Royals. And talking about Abu Dhabi Smashers, fine team. No losses to their belt. Kamran Atta, Ghulam Murtaza, Mohammad Nadeem, Umaid, Zia Mukhtar, Saurav, Wasim Anwar, the left-arm spinner, Anil, Prithvi Madhu, Tanish Shehan. So yeah, quite a balanced-looking side of Abu Dhabi Smashers as well. You can see that they've got two of their spinners. They're missing the likes of Farooq Momin though. And that is a big blow to them, because that is one man who created havoc here in this tournament and bowled exceptionally well. Unfortunately, he wasn't the man of the match. I was a strong contender to get the player of the match, but then again, he's a team player and I think he did exceptionally well with the ball. Right then, in just about 3 hours or so, we will be getting to know our second finalists. We already know our first finalist of this tournament. It is 7 districts. What a game we had last evening, which went down to the last over. Sanjay Pahel just Couldn't really finish off the game. And there you go. That's the field setup, having a deep mid wicket for Ronak Panoli. On the other end, they've got a deep point in position. So yeah, those are the two fielders outside the circle. Play, says the umpire. It's going to be Danish Qureshi to start off proceedings. Another exciting, fine talent. Quite experienced, of course. You wouldn't expect him to bowl with a lot of pace, but then again, he is someone who has great ability to move the ball both the ways. Of course, his natural stock delivery is the one which he takes away from the right-handers. Gets quite a bit of late movement as well. And that's exactly what we are expecting. Some movement. And on the other, we're expecting a lot of fireworks because these two have created havoc here in Torrance Oval. Semi-finals number 2 is underway. It's right on the money. Oh, careful, Ronak Panoli. If ever so this was a direct hit, I think things would have been quite interesting. Now, the way these two bat, let's talk about Ronak Panoli. I think he's more compact, he's more technically sound. Yes, if it's in his zone, more often than not, you will see him taking the charge against the fast bowlers. On the other end, Hamid Khan, it's my way or the highway. He will just go hard against anything which comes to his way. And who can forget his heroics against UUDS Tuskers in the quarterfinals? It's hit hard, but straight to the fielder. Again, a bit of a mix-up between the two. Yeah, they just need to have a word with each other. There you go, Hamid and Ronak. Once again, were caught up in a bit of a stutter between the wickets. That's the last thing you will want to have a run out. You would want both these batters to fire early on if ever so you are a Dubai Royals supporter. But yeah, the man behind the stumps, Kamran Atta, he's been marshalling his troops extremely well in this tournament. He's been switched on. He's made some very brave calls at times when required for the team. And there you go. He's smashed this hard, but they have protection. Ahmed down there in the deep. So Danish Qureshi, you can see his approach at the moment. He's not really looking to bowl anything short. He's looking to bowl full because, as I did mention, he is a bowler who gets that extravagant swing early on with the new ball. So you wouldn't expect him to bowl anything shorter with that kind of a pace. I don't really think it's going to be the right approach against these two. Oh, he's knocked him over. This is a big blow. Full and straight. It did do a little bit in the air, and Ronak Panoli was all over the place. Was very late onto the shot. I don't think so. He was expecting this Yorker, and just the last microsecond, it did dip on him. Yeah, he did try to play a cover drive on a Yorker. That's very strange. You don't see that from Ronak Panoli. This is a perfect start. It's 2 for 1. Well, they've already gotten a big scalp in the form of Ronak Panoli, the man who's been in great touch in this tournament so far. And now in comes another run hitting machine. But now the only concern is the way these two play. They're pretty much similar kind of cricketers, similar kind of batters, Junaid and Hamid Khan. Yeah, there you go. They will look to go hard. And what a start by Junaid Shamsu. On the very first ball, he did see there was an opportunity because it was slightly short. But that's a very positive approach, and I don't think so they're going to mind this. So yeah, I was just mentioning that even Hamid Khan and Junaid Shamsu, both of them, they really like to go aerial and they like to play those big shots. So on their given day, if ever so they fire, you'll find themselves somewhere around 70, even 18 6 overs. Yeah, we've seen this happen even in this tournament. But if ever so they fail, that's where the problem lies. Crashed once again, but straight to the fielder. I think the intent is pretty clear from Junaid Shamsu. That's the end of over number one, and a good one for Abu Dhabi Smashers. It's 2 for 1. Exactly the start they were after. Abu Dhabi Smashers, of course. Lucky with the toss. Kamrata yet again calling it right. Wanted to ball first. Oh, that's high up in the air. And I think it will clear the fence. So, yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I'm on about. That if ever so he gets going yet again, we might just see a huge power play. And that's the problem now. Zia Mukhtar needs to understand that bowling short against Hamid Khan, it's not going to be the right option. He will just clear his front leg, and he's got really good eyes, very good hand-eye coordination. He's somebody who picks the length very early, Hamid Khan. So maybe you could just bowl him wider towards the offside, little short, have a deep point and have a deep third man. That's why I've seen him getting out quite often. And Hamid Khan goes high once again. It's a massive moment yet again. Now that was the problem, because after Ronak departed, Hamid Khan is someone who doesn't hold back and he looks to go hard against Zia. But this is an excellent ball. What he did is just adjusted his length ever so slightly. And that was enough to deceive Hamid Khan. And it's another huge moment in the game. They've lost their captain. The batter who was in great form in this tournament has to go. It's 12 for 2. In comes Rais Ahmed at a very important position and at a stage where his team is in a bit of trouble because they've lost both their openers, and we are just into the second over of this contest. and that too in the all important semi-finals. So this is not what you would be looking for if ever so you are a Dubai Royals fan. Yeah, good to see they have a slip in place, and why not when you know you have gotten a couple of big wickets already. So you can always have the positive approach and the attitude. And also Zia is somebody who does tend to get a lot of bounce just because of the high action and the high jump he has whilst he delivers. Very smooth rhythmic action, runs in very slowly, and then he picks up his pace, and at the right time he does go on to explode and then bends his back, gives all his 100% on each and every single delivery. Really at times can bowl a heavy ball. Yeah, there he is. He's the one who picked up a wicket on the very first ball of the tournament. Remember, they were bowling first. It was an opening game. It was an afternoon game, and the man on your screen, he went on to pick up a wicket in his first over on the very first delivery. And here he is, dismissing Hamid Khan early. Oh, and they've knocked over another one. This is absolutely absurd by Dubai Royals. What on earth is going on? They're just coming in and trying to go hard against two very quality bowlers. This is a dream start for Abu Dhabi Smashers, as they have picked up 3 massive scalps. It's a slow, dejected walk for Junaid Shamsu. So much was expected from Junaid Shamsu this evening, but has literally thrown away his wicket. It's 13 for 3. Mayank Chaudhary, he's walked in way too early. I don't think so he was expecting or even was ready to come in to face the heat of Zia Mukhtar in the second over of this contest. What a fantastic start by Abu Dhabi Smashers. It's 14 for 3. This is not looking all that good for the men in yellow. We are just into the start of the third over. It's a dejected scorecard already. 14 for 3. Now, what's going into the minds of these three? I mean, Mayank and Reis, both of them, they have been into these situations many times in their career, and they know how to take their team out of this dire state that they've gotten themselves. So it's a disaster start, really, from these batters. Early wickets have put them under immense pressure, and they need a composed partnership now to steady the innings and to get themselves back into the contest. It's going to be a huge challenge to rebuild from here onwards. And if ever so, you would want somebody to bat at this stage of the game where you know that your team is your team desperately needs a partnership. It has to be Mayank and Reis Ahmed. Mayank Chaudhary, of course, Just for the viewers who are not really aware of who he is, he's a UAE capped cricketer, ex UAE capped cricketer. He's played quite a few matches for the UAE national team. So, yeah, that itself is a testament to the fact that, of course, he's worked really hard. He's grown through the ranks in the domestic circuit, and then eventually, well, deservedly did get an opportunity to go on to play for the UAE national team as well. That's a cracking shot, but straight to the fielder. Boundaries difficult to come by just because of the pressure that they've put early on by picking up those wickets. So that's what they need. I think they need plenty of patience, resilience. If ever so, they would want to recover from this position. They do have depth in their batting, no doubt. So obviously, you cannot just discard them and say, right, they are struggling or whatever. But yeah, a lot was expected from three. But then again, I've seen these two getting into these positions early in their career, and they know how to get their team out of this difficult situation. Can they do Harshit and Mohit Kalyan? That's what we did see. An excellent partnership did go on to build, and then after Harshit departed, yeah, that's where the drama started. What a fascinating game we had. I mean, the whole world was stuck to the and glued to the screens watching interesting contest. Now this is what happens when you lose early wickets. Your middle order batters, even if so, there is an opportunity to go for a shot, because now Mayank Chaudhary is somebody who's really strong towards the offside. You ball him anywhere marginally towards the offside, anywhere fuller in his areas, he will really go hard against you. But just because his team is already three down, so he'll have to be very mindful. It just puts you in two minds. That's a glorious looking shot, long chase, and he's given it up. And that's exactly what I was mentioning. This is his favorite area. You ball him full marginally towards the offside, and that's what he will do. Very stylish, very elegant, calm and composed. Always wanted to play along the carpet, gets an important boundary for his team. Yeah, so far, of course, it is the men in black who are having an upper hand in this contest. But then again, you can't discard the White Royals. I mean, they too have done so well throughout this tournament. Nicely done. Will be only a oh, in fact, it's another overthrow, and that's the second time we are seeing this happen in this over. 23 for 2, 23 for 3 in 3. Surprisingly, they've opted to remove the slip. I think when you're having an upper hand in the contest, when you've already picked up three of their main batters, you could always afford to have an extra cover fielder, catching cover fielder. They do have a short mid, catching short mid, and yeah, apart from that, I don't see a catching gully. I don't see a slip in position. I mean, it's all. It's such a big game. It's a semi-final, and when you know that You've already done a lot of damage to their batting order, their top batters. You can always afford to be slightly more aggressive in your approach. Well, he missed out the first three games, Rais Ahmed, so he hasn't really played a lot on this very surface. Of course, it's a new surface. We did see that there was an extra little of bounce. Yeah, cracking shot once again, but straight to the fielder. Yeah, all they have to do is just show patience at the middle. I mean, it's not that kind of a wicket where there's a lot happening and it's the bowlers who are just bowling in the right areas and the wicket is doing the rest. No, I think the batters they've played wrong shots. That's the reason they find themselves three down, because you could see Hamid Khan playing Nakali Strot and Junaid Shamsu also. When he knew there's two down, he wanted to go for a big hit. Ronak Paloli, he tried to cover drive a ball which was a Yorker. Now this could be close as well. And another overthrow. That is the third time we're seeing an overthrow in this contest. This is not good. Yeah, Kamran, he's not a happy man behind the stumps. So yeah, that is one plus point for Mayank and Reis, both of them. They're pretty much similar kind of batters. Their gameplay is quite similar. Both of them, they like to take their time in the middle. They will try to build an innings. And now, of course, when they know that they're already three down, I don't really think any of the two batters will try to go aerial and they'll try to explode. They will look to construct and build this innings and ensure at least they don't lose a wicket till the 10th over. And both these batters are match winners now. That's a cracking stroke once again. He's found the gap and will get another couple of runs to his name. Rais Ahmed, time and time again, I have seen him winning matches for his team. He's been taking his team out of these tough situations many times in his career. And yet again, he's finding himself where his team desperately needs his services in this all important semi final. What a cracking tournament we've had already. And what a blockbuster we had last evening. Who can forget that last over from Nabil Aziz? What pressure must he be going through last evening? Yeah, good delivery, sharp bumper, and Mayank does well to keep it away from his reach. It's 28 for 3. Just a couple of overs for Danish Qureshi, which is quite surprising. The way he was bowling, I think they could have given him another go, because I don't really think they would have gone against him. They would have gone hard against him rather. In fact, the captain has made a quick change. He's decided to hold him back and bring Umaid into the attack for the very first time this evening. Beautifully played. There is protection. They should look to come back for the second. Oh, in fact, It's been cut down to just a single. Yeah, that's what they need. They need singles and doubles, ensure they keep on rotating strike, just stay out there in the middle, spend some time at the crease. That is what is required at this stage. You don't want to be playing any kind of false or any kind of unnecessary strokes at this stage. Yeah, he's been impressive. Umaid balls with quite a bit of pace, looks to bowl the heavy ball. That's nicely flicked away by Mayank. That's a super shot. And the key to get that boundary was the timing and the placement. Knew where exactly the fielder was in the deep. And I was always going to go away from him. Terrific stroke. Early days to predict a projected score, which I did just see was 153. 152 rather. That's not going to be enough on this surface against Abu Dhabi Smashers, surely. Beautifully done. Yeah, I really like this approach. He's a very smart cricketer, Ubaid, because usually you see bowlers, they try to bowl in the right areas. They look to focus to bowl in the good channels, but you need to read the situation. You need to be having good game awareness. And according to that, you need to bowl. So he knows that they're 3 down. That's where he's looking to bowl fuller. Even though if it's a half volley, what he's doing is taking his chances. And I really like that. Because if ever so, he gets a bit of swing on offer, which he does usually, Umaid. I think he will create some trouble for the batters. Maybe the LBW and the bold could be getting into equation. So this is where Abu Dhabi Smashers, I think they've been so switched on in this tournament. And that's the reason they find themselves in a situation that they have not lost a single game in this tournament. Each and every single member of this team and squad, whosoever has gotten a chance, whosoever has gotten a game in this contest, in this tournament, has went on to perform. Yeah, brilliant. Good thinking by Umaid. And I think direct hit to Rais Ahmed, who's pretty ginger whilst running. He's not the quickest of runners. So Mayank is the one who needs to be careful with Rais Ahmed. I've seen in my past. I can assure you that it's not the easiest to communicate with Rais Ahmed. He's been getting involved in a lot of runouts. So you need to be very cautious. You don't want to be losing a wicket. That too in a form of a run out. Just for a single. Yeah, slightly short. Wanted to hike it towards deep mid wicket, but it's going to be only a single. So decent over by Umaid. It's 36 for 3. It's a good little partnership now being stitched between Mayank and Rais. Both of them, they have gone to play a few deliveries. That's just slapped away. What a fine stroke this is. He's absolutely just dismissed this from his presence. The quicker it came to his bat, the faster it went away from him. And no chance for the fielder. That has screamed away towards the boundary in no time. Yeah, that's exactly what they need. They need either of these two batters to fire, and both of them are match winners. So it's a very positive start by Mayank Chaudhary. And I really like this, that every time there is an opportunity to go for a big shot or accumulate runs, he's not missing out to any kind of looseness. Yeah, the idea was right, but not the line. Oh, in fact, he's gotten away with it. The umpire thinks that it has ricocheted off his trousers or a shirt, because clearly you can see one man is not happy, and it's the batter, Mayank Chaudhary. Yeah, they're never happy whatsoever the decision is. But they need to, of course, respect the decision of the umpire, irrelevant if it's the correct one or they've made an error. Beautifully bowled. Very tight channel. Cramping him for room. There's nothing much you can do on that kind of a delivery unless and until you try to shuffle, create room, and try to manufacture a shot out of nowhere. But Mayank, I don't think so. He's going to be trying to be cheeky and cute at this stage, because he's batting beautifully and he knows what their top three batters have gotten themselves into. In a dilemma. Haven't really seen Zia Mukhtar ball all those short bumpers so far. Might just see one to surprise Mayank with one. At the moment, he's been bowling the good length areas, slightly back of the length areas, and working with his pace as well. Yeah, trying to go for the glory in swinging delivery, but just getting the direction wrong completely. And the way GHK Properties batters batted yesterday in the first semi-finals, it is a testament to the fact that once you do get used to the conditions, once you adapt to the surface, it becomes so easy. At this level, most of the cricketers have already gone on to play for the UAE. And Harshad Kaushik, of course, is one of them who has played quite a few ODI matches for UAE national team. That's going to be a wide, surely. Now, what is he complaining about, Zia Mukhtar? That is a huge wide. Oh, come on. I mean, maybe his teammates also would be telling him, Zia Mukhtar, let's get on with the game, because no doubt that was way above his head. And you can see there's a cheeky smile as well. Zia Mukhtar, yeah, he's a character. He's trying to maybe get into the mind of the umpire. It's a semi-final, so just trying to be a little smart there, Zia Mukhtar. Pulled away. Oh, decent attempt. Well, if I ever saw Nadeem could have got hold on to this one, this should have gone down as one of the best catches we would have seen. But what a reply by Mayank Chaudhary. It's just as if he was sitting and waiting and knew he's going to bowl a short delivery. And he did shimmy down as well onto the track, but nonetheless, this is turning out to be a very handy over. So it's a good comeback. Even after they've lost 3 wickets, this is a very good, healthy net run rate that they've acquired. And if ever so they get another boundary, that'll take them to 50. 15-6 overs, that's a really good score. You'd always make a comeback in the first 10 overs. If you find yourselves at 85 or 90, you always do have a chance to go on to even surpass 200. But the only challenge is that these two need to take this game deep, take this innings deep rather. Flicked away nicely. And they should, in fact, there was a couple of runs, but I think Mayank was the one who decided, let's not take any chances, especially with Rais Ahmed. You need to be even more cautious. So batting very sensibly at the moment with a very mature head on their shoulders, Rais and Mayank. Rais hasn't really gotten much of strike. The majority of the damage has come from the bat of Mayank Chaudhary. Very impressive 28 in just 20 deliveries. And these are the games where you can really make a name out of yourself. I mean, these cricketers, they go on to score a lot of runs in the group stage games. But then again, on these big stages, this is where you need to come hard. You need to take your team out of these difficult situations. End of the power play, and the men in black, I believe, would be the happier one. It's 48 for 3. Obed will continue. I think Reis can just continue as to what he's doing. There's no real need for him to go hard at this stage because he's somebody we know that he can shift gears anytime he desires to do so. Time and time again, Reis is somebody who has been batting in these kind of situations where his team is in dire straits. And he's somebody who can really convert a slow 2013 to a big 70-80. We've seen that happen in the past. Now that's high up in the air. And it's gone straight to the fielder. Now this is not good cricket by Reis Ahmed at all. When you know the runs are coming thick and hard from the other end, you just need to feed the stride to Mayank. This was not the time to go hard. You are just into the 7th over and you have gifted your wicket and have yet again brought Abu Dhabi smashes in this contest big time. It's 48 for 4. And so far, Kamanata, whatever decisions he's been making throughout this tournament have been working for him. And yet again, bringing Umaid pretty much early into the attack has proven to be the right one. He did bowl an exceptional first over, and now what he's done, he's picked up another huge wicket. We know what Reis Ahmed could have done. If ever so, he would have stayed for another 7 to 8 overs. But what it has done, it has put his team under further trouble. This was really not the time to go hard. I mean, yeah, I understand if the mid-on was in the circle, it's a safe shot. There is protection there. They had a long off and a long on. Why would you play that kind of a shot against Umaid? I think he just completely got deceived by the roll of the fingers because Umaid did take the pace off the ball. Maybe that's the only reason that really lost his focus. Maybe just at the last split of a second decided to go hard. Now that was a terrific ball. It's cut Gul into half. Now this passage as well is going to be a very interesting one. And why do I say that? Because even Gul is pretty much a similar type of a player such as Hamid Khan and the Junaid Shamsus, Ronak Panolis. He too looks to go hard. So Abu Dhabi Smashes won't mind him to have that aggressive approach and to play aerial shots, because so far none of the batters have found success. But this time he's got a thick outside edge and he's literally thrown the bat onto the ball, gets a boundary. Yeah, not the most convincing of ways, but he did see there was plenty of room offered. Quite a bit of width provided. So latched onto it and getting a boundary. The question remains to be asked, when do we see Nadeem and Wasim Lara, the two spinners? What a brilliant tournament those two spinners are having. Two left arm spinners. Usually they do ball in tandem. Of course, they're missing the lights of one of their premier right arm wrist spinners, Farooq Moment, who's at the moment busy with the UAE camp, which is ongoing in Dubai. We'll keep the chat alive after this over. It's 53 for 4. Yeah, it just seems like my own question has been answered instantly. Here we go. It's going to be Mohammad Nadeem. Right after the power play has been introduced into the attack, another bowler who's found a lot of success. Of course, this is his home ground because a lot of cricketers, majority of the players from Abu Dhabi Smashers, they reside here in the city of Abu Dhabi. And of course, they've been, as they've grown up, they have been playing a lot of cricket, especially in these two grounds, Tolerance Oval, and then there's the next one, which is the Mohans Oval. So they do have a vast experience to go on to play on these grounds, and they know these surfaces inside out. Yeah, that's one added advantage that they had in this tournament, Abu Dhabi Smashers. And that's the reason they're having a smashing tournament. As simple as that. 5 out of 5 already. They've won all the 4 games comprehensively in the group stages. And of course, they went on to win the quarterfinals too. It was a pretty much one-sided encounter. And now they do find themselves in a situation that they could even just get these members all out. Gul, on the other end, I think he has been sent for a purpose, and that is to just go out there and express yourself. Because if it comes their way, he will get them a quick fiery 30-40. If not, you'll be seeing them half the side back into the hutch with not many runs on the board. Automatically, a lot of responsibility has now been shifted onto the shoulders of Mayank Chaudhary. The only positive news for Dubai Royals is that it's a very good wicket to bat on. No demons as of such. That's the one which comes in towards the right-handers, does well. Nadeem given only 6 runs in his first over. It's 59 for 4. Well, the captain is full of surprises. He's introduced Danish Qureshi back into the attack way too early. And I can assume why. And I think this is such a smart move, and I'll tell you why. Because Gul is somebody who will go hard against spinner or a fast bowler Umaid is somebody who will bowl the heavy ball. He'll look to bowl in the right channels, will bowl slightly short. Danish Qureshi is somebody who has great ability to bowl in those Yorkers. And that's what you need when you bowling to a power hitter. You need somebody to bowl full onto the stumps, try to bowl in the block hole, nail in those Yorkers. And Danish Qureshi, I can assure you he's a specialist. When he is on song, when he is in a good rhythm, Danish Qureshi is somebody who can just keep on coming in and fire onto the stumps, right in the block hole. So yeah, this is a really good captaincy once again. He's making some very smart decisions here. Kamranata. There you go. That's the one I'm talking about. This is such great leadership yet again we're witnessing by Kamranata. So he has been introduced for a purpose, and the purpose is to get another wicket for his team. And also they have a deep point in position, so if ever so he bowls a Yorker, and if the length, or rather the line, in fact, if it doesn't come right, if it's slightly towards the offside channel, not onto the line of the stumps, so what the batter he'll do, obviously he's going to slash it just like he did on this last delivery. So you do have protection in the deep as well. Reading the game exceptionally well is the captain, Kamranata. Oh, that was not the right time to pull out. And I think Danish, he did the right thing. He did go on to finish his action, and he went on to bowl. Because if ever so he would have stopped and he would have put a break onto his action, we've seen nasty injuries taking place. So he did the right thing. Well done, Danish Qureshi. You don't want to be losing this man. I mean, Danish Qureshi, he's such a valuable cricketer, such an asset to have in your playing 11. Yeah, there you go. Yet again, full onto the stumps. No boundaries as of such. Things aren't looking all that good for Dubai Royals. It's the all-important semi-final. All eyes will be on Mayank Chaudhary. If ever say they would want to get somewhere around 165, 170, you will need Mayank Chaudhary to stay out there right till the end. Oh, nailed in the Yorker. Yeah, he's done well here, Guldo, to dig this one out. In fact, he's taken a single to retain strike in the next over. Excellent stuff by Danish yet again at 65 for 4. Nadeem will continue, bowled a lovely first over. Yeah, there you go. The big shot coming in, and it's not all going to be all that easy to just come in and close your eyes and strike big against Mohammad Nadeem. He's one of the major wicket takers in this tournament. Every time he's been asked to come and bowl, he's gone on to get those important breakthroughs for his team. Projected score states 144 from here onwards if they keep on batting in this fashion. And just because now the wickets have been falling consistently from the other end, Mayank Chaudhary, he's been tied up now. He doesn't have an option. He'll have to stay for another 5-6 overs, and even though if there's a big shot on offer, I think he'll always be in two minds, just of the fear of losing his wicket, because he knows that if he goes now, there's not much batting left. There's no Nilansh Keswani, by the way. So you've got Nadir Hussain, who hasn't played many games, and then Abdul Ghaffar he's a bowling all rounder. He's somebody who'll just come in and he's pretty much similar to Gul. He'll look to go hard against you. You don't need those kind of batters at this stage. And then you run into the tail. Wasim, Taimur, and Wali Afridi. Those are three genuine bowlers, and they're not pretty much known for their batting abilities. So, yeah, at the moment, all the odds are going against the men in yellow. Somebody will really need to play out of their skins. So far, it hasn't been very convincing batting by Gul. Every time he's looked to play a big shot, he's just trying to hit the ball too hard. He's trying to muscle the ball. And so far, he hasn't gotten any success. I'm not too sure what's going on out there, but the umpire is surely getting involved. Gul is not happy with something on towards the leg side. Yeah, whatever it was, sorted. Goes down the ground and will come back for the second. Oh, in fact, this could be a run out. Oh, careful. Yeah, that's the last thing you would want if you are a Dubai Royals supporter, to see another wicket going down, and that too in a form of a run out. So just a couple of more deliveries to go before we head to the drinks break, and I think there will be a very important and serious meeting for Dubai Royals as to how did they go about from this stage. Yeah, we need somebody to play a match-winning innings, because even if they just look to play along the carpet, just get the singles and doubles, they'll end up somewhere around 150, 160. It's just never gonna be enough. It's a dot. Another excellent over by Nadeem comes to the end. We are halfway through in the first innings, 10 gone, 71 for 4, and the players will take drinks. Well, it has been a dominant performance by the men in black, of course. Winning the toss, Kamran had no hesitations to bowl first. That is what they have been doing. That's the trend which we've been seeing so far, set by Abu Dhabi Smashers. They will always want to bat first, considering they know they've got very strong depth in their batting. So they're very confident and very positive that whatever score the opponents go on to score, they will chase it down. A very confident looking team is Abu Dhabi Smashers, led so well by Kamran Atta, the man behind the stumps. And he's somebody I've never seen him in pressure. I know Kamran for quite a few years, but that's one man who comes out with a very positive and courageous approach. Never really is shying away from a challenge. And that's one man who takes his team even out of difficult situations. I've seen that at times Abu Dhabi Smashers, when they're going to lose quick wickets and his services are required, it's that man. He just ensures he takes his team out of those difficult situations, and he's been doing it countless times, time and time again. He's the one who's took the charge. He's led his team from the front. And you need a leader. You need an inspirational leader, just like Kamran Atta, the man behind the stumps. Yeah, he needs all the praises. I mean, hats off to him and his team. They've been doing a fine job. And just when you thought that you might just get rid of Nadeem and Umaid and the likes of Danish, here is Wasim Anwar. What a fine talent he's been. Tremendous all-rounder. I've seen him bat in this tournament, and he's been mighty impressive. Yeah, this is, I think they've gotten some part of the bat. Well, Kamran think that he heard something, so does the bowler. Not so the umpire. Not so Gul. He thinks that he hasn't nicked it and he's just walked away from the stumps. Doesn't want to get involved in whatever is going on in the center. Yeah, something's got to give now. The way he's batting, either he's going to smash it or yeah, we might see a wicket soon. So it's more like a gamble that he's been sent up the order to get quick 35-40 for his team. 77 for 4. This is high up in the air. I don't think so. It's gone too far. Oh, on the second attempt, he somehow held on to it. And yeah, the story ends right here for Gul, because the way he was batting, he never looked like that he's in control or in a good form. But yeah, he's kept his eyes on the ball and ensure he doesn't let this one out of his hands. Takes a good catch. Half of the side is now back in the hutch, and you can see Mayank Chaudhary. He's stranded out there. Yeah, good to see families, friends, spectators out there. And yeah, there's that man behind the scenes, Mr. Bharat Shauna. Good to see him out there as well. Another batter who looks to express himself early on. Not really a strong believer on end, rather taking the singles and doubles. Yeah, things aren't looking all that good for Dubai Royals already. 5 down. Are we just into the 12th over? There's plenty of overs to go. And if they're going to lose another wicket, the tail is going to be exposed way too early. He's running out of support and partners at the other end. I think Abdul Ghaffar, he will fancy his chances against Nadeem. Being a left arm spinner, the ball will come into him, and we know Abdul Ghaffar can strike really big. He's a clean striker of the ball. Maybe they could have sent Abdul Ghaffar ahead of Gul, because that's one man who has vast experience to bat in these crunch situations where you need your team to get a quick, fiery 30-40. Abdul Ghaffar, he has delivered every time and time again. Another quiet over. That's what happens when you pick up a wicket. Batters don't really try to go hard against you. Try to see off the over. Now that's a big shot. Abdul Ghaffar goes aerial, and he's got plenty of bat on this one. Yeah, that's exactly what they need. They need plenty of those. Taking his chances, Mohammad Nadeem, but in the end, it was eventually a half volley. He's gone downtown for a maximum. It's 87 for 5. He smashed this hard and gets a boundary. So they did get 6 runs in the last over, and now Nadeem, or in fact Wasim, beg your pardon, has bowled a short delivery. And he's latched onto it. Excellent stroke yet again. So this is a good start to the over. That's exactly what they need. Yeah, there he is, of course, the owner, Mr. Bharat Shonak, and of course he is joined with his better half, Mrs. Bharat Shonak, as well on his right. Yeah, I mean, hats off to Mr. Bharat Shonak, the visionary owner of Abu Dhabi Smashers. Building such a successful team from the scratch is never all that easy, but Bharat Shonak, I mean, he turned a vision into reality through relentless hard work, dedication, and unwavering belief in talent. I mean, he's picked up players all across from the UAE, scouting players, identifying potential, and bringing together these individuals and really have diverse backgrounds to form one united family of Abu Dhabi smashers. So, yeah, a big thank you to Bharat Chauhan for believing in these players and investing in their dreams and building Abu Dhabi smashers into a team that has proudly represents hard work, unity, and ambition. And I'm sure that he would be delighted as to what he is witnessing at the moment. His team has done so well in this tournament, no losses. The only team so far who hasn't tasted loss in this tournament. And yet again, they're finding themselves in a situation that they have gone to pick up 5 wickets. Now, Abdul Ghaffar, can he play a cameo for his team? We did see he took his team out of a difficult situation in the last game with the ball. But today it's a different ball game. It's a different story altogether. It's a knockout semi-final. And on top of that, you're playing against quality left-arm spinners, Wasim and Nadeem. Don't really think Mayank is going to take the charge anytime soon. Yeah, if it's a loose delivery, we did see that he's pounced on it like a tiger, getting those important runs, but they need to have a realistic score in their mind. Well done, Kamalata. A bit of a glare to his teammate Wasim because that could have easily been 5 wides. He's done exceptionally well. An absolute live wire behind the stumps is Kamran Atta, the skipper. Nice little punch down the ground. Gets a single to retain strike in the next over. It's 96 for 5. Kamran thinks it's the right time to reintroduce Umaid into the attackers. Nadeem was slightly expensive in the first 2 overs he's bowled. And he knows that there is a left-handed batter at the crease, so that's the reason maybe he's removed Nadeem. Now that's a fine stroke by Mayank, and what a way to bring up his 50. Where we did see all the other batters, it was a struggle for them. This man stood tall and he batted with absolutely no fear. Oh, such a courageous cricketer is Mayank Chaudhary. Gets to his 50 in style. And certainly did get standing ovation as well from his teammates. Also at the same time, the 100 comes up. Can they get another 65-70 runs? 170? Yeah, we do have a game on. Yeah, beautifully done. Very smart approach by Umaid. He did see that Mayank Chaudhary did try to create some room. That's why he just bowled slightly shorter, and also the ball did jag in as well. I think maybe Abdul Ghaffar will be given the license that, Abdul, you've got free hand. Do whatever you want to do, because whatever you have done in the past, you're really good in it, and that's to go after the bowlers. Get a quick fiery 30 for us. We need you in this crunch game. And he's done this in the past. Abdul Ghaffar can really take the bowling and tear the bowling apart. Flicked away nicely. And there you go. That's the reason I'm praising this man, because he has done this even in the past, and yet again, he's played such a fine stroke. Beautifully flicked away for a boundary. These are very important runs, mind you. Now, Abu Dhabi Smashers, they need to be careful. They cannot loosen the grip of this game after such a dominant start, after having an upper hand in this contest throughout so far. Now we can see the runs are coming thick and fast. So without taking any major risks, they have somehow gotten 10 runs. So this could be that big over that they were after. He has been impressive, Umaid. Every time you ask him to bowl with the new ball, he's gotten those important breakthroughs. Of course, old ball specialist as well knows how to use the old ball, which areas you need to bowl. Oh, that's not the best of efforts, and Umaid is not going to be a happy man because that should have been stopped. This is a very good over for Dubai Royals. Ever so slightly, they're now sneaking their way back into this contest. Yeah, he completely got deceived, Mayank Chaudhary. By no means he wanted to play in that area. It's just that he lost his balance whilst he was playing towards the onside. Beautifully done. That's a good little punch. Now that is a massive over. That's the over they were after. And plenty of runs have been looted. And again, Mayank Chaudhary manufacturing a shot out of nowhere. Look at that. Creating room for himself. If ever so, he would have stood his ground. I don't think so he was able to play this shot. But just because he knew that the mid-off was in the circle, he's beautifully timed, and it was an excellent shot selection. 114 for 5. Well, that's very interesting. Left arm spinner against Abdul Ghaffar. Let's see if this pays off, because this just could be a big, big over. He's somebody who is severe against the left arm spinners. You bowl anything in his zone and Abdul Ghaffar will make the ball disappear. So they're now shifting gears. The two batters, Mayank Chaudhary, he's still out there, 59 in just 41. It's turning out to be a match-winning performance for his team. But we did see the other batters, it was a struggle for them. But Mayank Chaudhary, he had different plans this evening. Yeah, that was a very good delivery. Not the best of shot selections though from Mayank. Abdul Ghaffar needs to hit a couple of huge biggies. That will release a lot of tension and nerves from Mayank Chaudhary, because he's the one who's been doing the bulk scoring so far. So you would want some assistance from the other end as well. Just like that. Very useful runs coming in the latter part of the innings from the blade of Abdul Ghaffar. Is somebody who adds a lot of value in the team. We did see his heroics with the ball in the last game. And now he's turning on the heat with the bat. Ever so slightly, Dubai Royals have made a comeback in this game. Surely. Yeah, perfect length by Wasim Anwar. This is a very good little contest between two experienced campaigners here in the domestic circuit. So runs are coming thick and fast from both the ends. Mayank Of course, he has gotten his eye in the middle, and this is the right time now. He needs to accelerate. So just a one boundary in this over. Abdul Ghaffar will surely have the license to convert this 8-run over into a 14-run over. We've seen a massive over just before this one. They need a big one. Lovely delivery. Excellent ball to close out over number 15. It's 122 for 5. So just that one over for Umair, just because he was expensive, he's been removed from the attack, rightfully so. He was struggling to land the ball in the right areas, bowled a few full tosses as well. And Mayank Chaudhary, alongside Abdul, they were severe against him. Plenty of runs were looted in that over. Nadeem yet again so far has been economical. He's gone on to pick up a wicket as well. But this could be the make or break over. Oh, he's missed out. Surely there was an opportunity because it was right in the slot, and you can see Abdul. He's not a happy man. Yeah, he's very strongly built in stature, isn't he? Yeah, I wanted to blast this one as well. Excellent bit of fielding in the deep. Keeps it for only a single. That is the urgency what you need from your fielders at this stage of the game. You wouldn't want to give any kind of extra runs. We've already seen them give quite a few overthrows, also a few extras. So this is that stage of the game where they need to be extremely careful. Oh, that's a big shot, and Mayank Chaudhary has absolutely clobbered this one into the deserts. What a brilliant hit. Going down on one knee, and bang, he goes. What a terrific stroke. It's a fine innings by Mayank Chaudhary, and he's not done for the evening yet. They're just ever so slightly letting them come back in the contest. These are very important runs, and it just is giving an indication to us that Mayank and Abdul have decided that it's high time we accelerate and make sure we get maximum results on each and every single delivery we face. So how many can they get from here onwards? Another 40? Yeah, it's possible. There's 4 more overs plus 2 deliveries. So 26 balls, 40. I think they can even get 50, 55. So maybe they should be looking to get 180, 185. Who knows? Because the two batters are there in the center. They are surely capable of taking their team beyond 180. Beautifully balled. Right in the block hole. Nothing much Abdul could have done. It's a single to close out the 16th over. It's 132 for 5. Well, this is a very brave move to say the least by Kamran Atta. I think either we might see a wicket or we might just see a massive over. Left arm spinner against Abdul Ghaffar, and he's gotten full treatment. Once again has deposited this into the sand area. What a terrific shot that is full swing of the bat. That's come right off the meat of his bat, and surely he's enjoyed striking this ball hard. That's exactly I did say. It's a gamble to really give left arm spinner against Abdul Ghaffar. And he needs to just have a quick check on his line. He's bowling it towards the fourth stump channel, towards the fifth stump channel. I think he needs to ensure that he doesn't really allow him to come underneath the ball. He needs to make sure he makes him cut the ball. Abdul Ghaffar is somebody who's not the strongest of cutters of the ball. Ball slightly shorter, away from his arc. Anything full, anything slower, he will dispatch it. Just like that. One bounce into the fence. Now they're turning on the heat, these two. And this is the reason I did mention Abdul Ghaffar maybe could have been sent ahead of Gul. This is turning out to be very important innings from Abdul Ghaffar. Yeah, I'm not too sure. What was he trying? It's a juicy full toss. And he's lucky that this hasn't gone out of the park. Already a big over, 11 in the first three deliveries. What is going on through the mind of Wasim? Where does he ball to him? Yeah, there you go. That's the one I was on about. You need to ball it away from his arc. He's rather been bowling it onto the line of the stumps. Also, it has been quite towards the full areas, and that's not the right approach when you're bowling against Abdul Ghaffar. He's really going to tear the bowling apart. So just bowl it away from his hitting arc. This is high up in the air. Hasn't gotten any bat whatsoever. And he's found the fielder in the deep. So the moment he's switched his channels, you can see he's bowled it short, he's bowled it slightly wider, and Abdul Ghaffar found it difficult. But nonetheless, this is a very important knock that he's played for his team. A very handy 31 in just 16. He's put his team into a better position. It's 145 for 5. Well, talking about Wali Afridi, it's going to be a hit or miss because we know he's such a fine talent. Of course, you will see him with the ball in the second innings, but now he still has quite a few overs to deal with. And straight away has found the fielder. It's a very short stay for Wali Afridi. He's just made his way in the center. Wanted to club this. But in fact, what he's done, he's found the fielder. Simplest of catches. Short stay for Wali. He'll have to go back. It's 145 for 7. Nadir Hussain. Why wasn't he sent up the order before Wali? Now, not the most convincing of strokes, but then again, he's going to take it from both hands. These are very, very important runs. They won't mind how they come. And I think Nadir, all he has to do is ensure he just feeds the strike to Mayank Chaudhary. Very lucky though that on and off they could have easily chopped back onto the stumps. But fortune favoring the brave is now raced on to 77 in just 48 deliveries, where we did see it was a struggle for most of the batters who've come in the center. This man, he was batting on a different planet altogether. Such an impressive knock, and he's not done yet. Oh, he's gotten away. Surely he's gotten away. Zia, he's clearly missed his right line that was drifting onto the leg side, and all he had to do, Mayank, is just get some bat on it because the fine leg was in the circle. So Abu Dhabi smashes, as I did say, they need to be a little mindful and careful. If ever so they go on to achieve 180, 185, which is still possible, I can assure you we will have a great game in our hands because they've got some quality bowlers in the lineup, Dubai Royals. It's a big shot. And they're coming back for the second. In fact, they will easily. Excellent bit of running. And talking about Nadir Hussain, yeah, he's lightning quick between the wickets. He's fit as a fiddle. You do expect him to take these runs. Yeah, he's getting a little tired. He's a bit exhausted out there because it's hot and humid here in Abu Dhabi. Temperatures hovering somewhere around 36 degrees Celsius. It's quite humid. There's hardly any breeze going across. So really, I mean, hats off to this man. He's fighting this battle alone now. This could be a soft dismissal. Oh, what have you done, Mayank Chaudhary? This is such clever bowling by Zia Mukhtar. What he's done, he did see the batter. He was trying to create room for himself just there, and he's taken all the pace off, rolling his fingers over, and the simplest of catches have been taken. And this is where they needed the services of Mayank Chaudhary. Yeah, there's one man who's standing, who is, I think, the happiest amongst all of us here, who's the owner, Mr. Bharat Shaunak, would be a proud man as to what he's witnessing. His team is performing. Yeah, there you go. He's applauding and praising Mayank Chaudhary for his heroics, his brilliant 77. And he surely knows that his team is at the moment riding high on confidence and having an upper hand. It's 151 for 8. Yeah, so much is going to be dependent on these men. Wasim, Nadir, Wali Afridi, because you will be seeing them in action soon in the second innings. Now, Wasim Akram, honestly, I haven't really seen much of Wasim Akram with the bat. I know how capable he is with the ball, but he's got a big job now with the bat in his hand. Oh, nicely played. Beautifully timed. Each and every single run is going to be super important from this juncture of the game. But then again, I think they've lost those 2 wickets at a very wrong stage of the game. First, Abdul Ghaffar, and then the big fish, Mayank Chaudhary. He could have made a vast difference for Dubai Royals to go somewhere around 185, even 190, or scoring a modest total of maybe 165, 170, 170. Yeah, that's all. Let's see how it goes. Because let me tell you, Nadir Hussain, he's no muck with the bat. He can bat. He's been here in the UAE for quite a few years. I remember back in those days when Nadir used to play a lot of cricket, when there were hardly any turf grounds, no grassy grounds. We used to have those sand grounds and those concrete cement wickets. I know this man from back then, and he used to score runs for fun. But this is a different ball game. It's a different challenge. It's a different situation. Slightly uppish. Now this could be a run out. If ever so, he would have collected the ball cleanly. The story would have been different. Zia is done for the night. Exceptional bowling performance. 3 wickets, 35 in just 4 overs. Brilliant. It's 154 for 8. Well, when you see the captain, he's only used 5 bowlers in a contest. It just shows that how much confidence he has in his bowlers, because usually see in a T20 game, the bowlers utilize 7 to 8 bowling options, but just the 5 bowlers who have been used, and all of these 5 bowlers are 5 specialist bowlers. So he went with 3 medium fast bowlers, Danish, Zia and Umaid, and then he had a couple of left arm spinners who have already had a great tournament so far. So I think there's a lot to do for if you talk about the playing 11 as well. Of course, it is a big game. It's a semi-final, so you need to ensure you go on to get your best playing 11. Now that's high up in the air. Is this a chance? Easy catch once again by Wasim. So they're on the verge of getting bowled out here. Nadir, so much was expected from him, but yet again, another batter we are seeing who's completely been deceived by the slower delivery, roll of the fingers. And he just was way too early through his shot. It's another wicket going down, a short stay for Nadir. It's 155 for 9. Well, there's a lot of support out there for Abu Dhabi Smashers this evening, because they are having a smashing evening here in the Tolerance Oval. It is, of course, the all important semi final. And at the moment, they find themselves in a very good position. Now, Temur and Wasim, I think their objective has to be to go out to play all the 20 overs. You do not want to be bundled out below 160. Psychologically, it will put them way ahead in the game. Abu Dhabi Smashers, for them to chase down anything beyond 170, I don't really think it's going to be a big problem for them. Yeah, I mean, the men in yellow, they've got some quality bowlers in the lineup. Yeah, beautifully done. Can't really expect much from Wasim Anwar, Wasim Akram, beg your pardon. But you will see him soon in the second innings. So much is going to be dependent on the new ball bowlers, because the first 6 overs, that's where the foundation will be laid. That's where we'll get to know which way is the match heading. Beautifully ball, Wasim Akram. I think he's doing the right thing now. He's realized that if ever so they try to take a chance, there's a high possibility they'll be on the verge of getting bowled out. So Mohammad Taimur, The two men in the middle, Taimur and Wasim, these two are the one I think will be bowling with the new ball. They'll have to come all guns blazing. They'll have to have the belief in themselves. But first things first, can they get their team to somewhere around 170? Yeah, it's still possible. 13 and 7. Beautifully done. What a terrific spell yet again from an experienced bowler. Umaid, he's done for the night. It's 157 for 9. No surprises. It's going to be Danish to bowl out the final over. Yeah, I think we need to give a lot of credit to these fast bowlers. They've read this wicket extremely well. They did see that there is something for the bowlers early on, especially with the new ball. There was bounce. Of course, Danish compared to Zia is a different bowler. Danish is somebody who will skid the ball. It will come quicker after the ball pitches. That's a big shot. Has he got a clean connection is the question. No, he hasn't. So they've been bowled out here in the semi-finals, Dubai Royals. And this has been an exceptional bowling performance from Abu Dhabi Smashers. Wasim Akram, he thought that he had a chance to really clear the boundary. He did get a decent bat on this, but then again, just whiskers away from the boundary line and a very good catch in the deep. So that's it. First innings done and dusted. 157 is all they've scored. Unfortunately, haven't gone on to play their allotted 20 overs, and I'm not too sure if this score is enough on this surface with the batting quality Abu Dhabi Smashers possess. Yeah, it was a horrid start. You can see the first top 4 batters. They were so much dependent on them. They were the one who needed to go hard against the bowlers. But then some excellent batting by Mayank Chaudhary, the only batter who really did show some resilience. A bit of good hits coming in the latter part by Abdul Ghaffar as well. And in the end, they've scored 157 and have been bundled out. Yeah, if you just focus on the economies, look at how economical they have been. None of the bowler has gone beyond 9 runs per over. And then you focus on the wickets column, is that everybody has contributed. Each and every single member has gone on to pick up a wicket. The dots, how many dots have they bowled? I mean, this is such a great performance by a champion side, and they have really come hard against Dubai Royals in the all-important semi-finals. 6 extras is what they've given, which is completely acceptable. Right then, first innings done and dusted. We will dive into a short little break, and once we are back, we'll be all set for the run chase. Stay tuned. Back live, first innings done and dusted. 157 is what they've scored, and I don't really think that's going to be sufficient, but time will tell us. I did say that men in yellow, they've got some excellent bowlers as well. So they would want to ensure they get wickets. That should be their motto. The objective has to go on to pick up wickets. Defending, I don't think so that's going to work in their favor. They'll need to go all out. It's the all important semi final. It's a big game. And I don't see any slip in position. No catching cover. There is a short mid though. But when you're going all out, when you're having an aggressive approach, I would always want to have at least one slip in position and see how it goes, because Wasim Akram, he's a swing bowler with pace, with control. It's very lethal is Wasim Akram, of course, somebody who has gone on to play quite a few franchise cricket as well. So he does have a lot of experience, and that's one man, Kamran Atta, the captain. What a fine tournament he's having, of course, with the bat. We've seen him making some very interesting decisions today as well. So here we go, the chase is on. Yeah, straight away wanted to get off the mark. I'm not too sure if the back of the length deliveries is going to be working in their favor. I mean, I did say there's not many runs to work with, so every time you know that you haven't gotten runs, you need to go full. You need to be on target. Yeah, I know that at times you can be a little wavered because it's not all that easy to just keep on targeting towards the fourth stump, towards the off stump channel, but you need to be very brave and have the courage to go full. Yeah, just like that. That's a better delivery. Even more fuller could be a better option, because you would want the batter to drive you. If ever so, Wasim Akram, we know that he has a tendency to bring the ball in sharply towards the right-handers. So if ever so, he gets that lateral movement early on. We know he swings the ball and swings a bit too late as well. So playing across the line towards the leg side with cross bat, I think that's where Wasim Akram could be getting wickets. But yeah, for me, they need to go full. Better, good delivery. That's exactly what they need. They need a good power play. They need to get maybe 2 to 3 wickets and ensure they don't get many runs. Maybe 30, 35, not more than that. And then, of course, they do have quite a few bowling options. They have Wali Afridi. I don't really see many spinners in this lineup. In fact, there's no spinner in this contest. Apart from Ronak Panoli, there was Nilanj, but he's not playing this game. Another swing and a miss. This is a good start by Dubai Royals. Yeah, one thing is for certain, that they're not really going to die wondering and give up this game. They will fight right till the end. They've come out in this tournament for a purpose, and that is to really clinch victory in these big stages. Of course, they've done the hard bit. They've worked really hard to get into the semi-finals. We've already seen 17 days of exciting cricket. They're just one game away to reach to the finals. Beautifully done. Not much movement though. The ball is coming onto the bat nicely. It's just that Anil Palekar he's not looked to be very busy. You can see that front foot, it's not getting onto the line of the ball, and that's the reason he's been missing quite a bit in this over. You need to be very technically correct. I mean, Wasim Akram, he's such bowler that his lengths are very precise. So to really play those cover drives, at least you need to get your front foot forward onto the line of the ball. Oh, this is a perfect start for the Dubai Royals. It's a maiden first over. Excellent by Wasim Akram. But the good news for Abu Dhabi Smashers is that their captain Kamrata, he is having a smashing tournament so far. He's been amongst the runs. He's more often than not ensured he gets his team off to those quick, fiery starts. Oh, careful. Some nerves out there I can just sense, because now it's the 7th delivery where runs have not been scored. And Anil Palekar just going down to his captain, having a word. I don't think so he needs any kind of instructions, Anil. Yeah, let him do what he's doing, because he's been one of the best batters so far in this tournament. Yeah, finally they opened their account with a single. Now all they need to do, Abu Dhabi Smashers, is just stay out there. What's going to happen if they don't give away wickets, even though if they don't get many runs in the first 6 overs, be it not losing any wickets, that will really frustrate Dubai Royals, and that's where they will get a little agitated. They'll be fidgety to pick up a wicket, and that's where the bowlers, they will look to bowl quick. They'll try to do something different and bowl those wayward deliveries. So it's just that they need to ensure they don't give their wickets. Beautifully played. There is protection in the deep. They are surely going to come back for the second. In fact, just because of the fumble, it has allowed them to easily come back for the second. Now that's what they don't want. They cannot allow them to have any kind of free runs. It's a semi-final. They've really worked hard for whatever they've gotten on their total. So they'll need to come out all guns blazing, and they need to put up a show. Not allow the batters to get any kind of freebies. Well, that's crashed towards the cover region. Nobody moved, because when this man hits, it stays hit. What a fine shot this was. Yeah, elegance oozing from the bat of Anil. And there was a big gap between the point and cover field, and he's perfectly placed. Getting an important boundary, just releasing some nerves, some tension. I mean, I know they're not really chasing a big target, but even though it's a big game, it's a semi-finals. And I did mention, even during the toss, I was having a word with the two captains, and I did say to Kamran that I think the pressure is more into the semi-finals rather than the finals, because finals, you're there, you've done the hard part in the tournament, but it's the semi-finals which make the difference, and the difference is being made by Anil Palekar. He's getting a lot of support and applause. And you can see in the backdrop, Hamid Khan is just wondering what on earth is the Amur thinking. That was a poor delivery, to say the least. Too short. With this kind of a pace, you're not really going to bother Anil or Kamran. So it's such a positive start. We did see a maiden, but that's what they don't need. I think even just one big over, if ever so they get Abu Dhabi Smashers, you will see how quickly that required run rate will drop, which is below 8 runs per over. Yeah, just got a little big on him. Nonetheless, this is a terrific over for Abu Dhabi Smashers. It's 13 for no loss. They would really desire to see this man's back quickly. Kamranata. Yeah, just fending on this one, playing it away from his body. Even you can see that The front foot just getting planted onto the surface. But that's the way he plays. I mean, he's somebody who's not technically very correct, but he's mighty effective. He gets useful runs for his team. He's somebody who's got excellent eye. He reads the length way too early. Hardly does he use his feet, but then again, as I did say, he's got excellent hand-eye coordination. Really picks up the deliveries early, and it's been very successful for Abu Dhabi Smashers with the bat, with his leadership. I think even in the first innings, the way he's rotated and shuffled his bowlers so quickly was very impressive. Danish Qureshi, he got him in a stage where he knew that Gul was out there in the center, and Danish is somebody who can nail in those Yorkers. That's exactly what he was doing. So he's somebody who's got excellent game awareness. He reads the game situations extremely well as the captain, Kamalata. Yeah, this is what you need now. Quick single. And you can afford to do so when you don't have many runs on the board, and when you know you do have bowlers in your lineup who can clock somewhere around 130 clicks per hour. Why don't they go and bowl full right onto the stumps, onto the line of the fourth or the off stump? Because Wasim does have the tendency to get slight bit of movement inwards towards the right-handers. I mean, of course, the great Shaheen Shah Afridi. How many times have we seen him? Oh, that's been absolutely deposited out of the park. Forget about this one. New ball, please. Yeah, they're already now at the back foot. And I don't understand the strategy here from the Dubai Royals. This is not working. It's a really good wicket to bat on. Pace on, and you will disappear. What a tremendous start here for Abu Dhabi Smashers, and the man who's responsible is Anil Palekar. We haven't really seen much of him in this tournament, but here he is. He's already given his team a blistering start. It was such a good start by the Royals, bowling a maiden, and then you could see that they're opting to bowl short again. Well, of course, it's the captain and the bowlers. They're the ones who will decide. But honestly, when you don't have many runs to work with, you need to have attacking mindset. And how do you get wickets? You need to be full. You need to be straight. The ball does tend to swing early on. It's a new ball. Take your chances. But rather what they've been doing, they've been bowling way too short pace on this track. You're asking for trouble. Yeah, that's much better. That's a really good delivery. That's a single to close out the third over. It's 21 for no loss. They're off to a really good start, Abu Dhabi Smashers. Again, shot. And there is protection, but it won't stop them to come back for the second. So runs are now coming thick and fast. Useful couple of overs. Taimur was very expensive now. This is where Hamid Khan, he'll have to be smart and he'll need to be switched on. I mean, if your bowler is not finding his right lens, you need to remove him. You need to bring a new bowler. That's exactly what Kamran Atar did in the first innings, and he found a lot of success in doing so. But he's persisting with Taimur, who is again opted to ball short, and again Anil Palekar has made this ball disappear. Yeah, I think somebody just needs to have a word with them that these are not the right lengths at all. And they've been all over the place. You can now already see the shoulders have dropped of Dubai Royals. It's not looking good for them because Anil Palekar, he is in that sort of a mood this evening, and that too in the all-important semi-final. Now, they made a change in the field. They've got the third man in. They have a deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket. So it seems with this kind of a field, again, Taimur is going to opt to ball short. Oh, it's a double bluff. You wanted to go full. Yeah, if ever so you wanted to go full, might as well just try to maybe target the stumps. Yeah, but things aren't looking too good at the moment. They don't have many runs to work with. And on top of that, Abu Dhabi smashes. They're off to a flyer. They're cruising along. 129 they need, and they've got ample time to achieve this score. We already, of course, know our first finalist. Well deservedly, it was 7 districts. What a fine tournament they've had. Who can forget the heroics of the young Raheel Ali? 115 unbeaten, and that too against a top quality bowling lineup where you have Rohan Mustafa, you've got the likes of Sanjay Pahel as well. I mean, there were quite a few superstars in GSK properties, but Raheel Ali, it has to go down as not one of the best. I would say the best innings we have seen so far in this tournament, hands down. What a fine talent he is, and it was really a treat to watch the youngster get going yesterday. And in fact, he was losing partners on the other end. So there was immense pressure on him because he knew if ever so he gets out as well, their team at one stage they were struggling. But it was him. He stood tall. He showed a lot of character and maturity at such a young age. He took the matters in his own hands. And eventually, they did get onto a good score of 200. And what a match. What a thriller did we witness. And it was so much excitement here in this ground. It was electrifying the atmosphere. It's a good little comeback from Taimur after he was struck for a maximum. We'll continue the chat after this over. It's 29 for no loss. Wasim to continue. Now Kamran, his job is simplified because the runs are coming thick and hard. He can just stay out there, ensure he gives the majority of the strike to Anil. Quick single again. No real urgency as of such from the fielders at this stage. There's not much chirping going out there as well. Yeah, they still should believe that they do have a chance to win this game, Dubai Royals. They don't have any spinner, mind you, in this contest. Quite a few fast bowlers. And so much was dependent on the top 3 to 4 batters. Ronak Panoli, Hamid Khan, Junaid Shamsu, and then the big fish, Rais Ahmed. That was a poor shot, I remember. He tried to take on the bowler when it was just the 7th over and they were already 3 down. So a very strange shot selection to say the least. I mean, he's way better than this. He knew that it wasn't the right time to cut loose and to look to go for those big shots. It was a stage where they needed a desperate partnership. And he just gifted away his wicket, putting immense pressure on his partner, Mayank Chaudhary, who was, of course, the lone warrior, fought the battle hard, and then some much needed impetus coming in the latter part of the innings from Abdul Ghaffar, eventually surpassing 150 and giving something to their bowlers to bowl at. But then again, I keep on saying on regards to this surface, if ever so it's a bowling wicket, yeah, then you do have a game in your hands. But on this wicket with the batting lineup for Abu Dhabi Smashers, not too sure. And also, they're well set, these batters. All the batters, they've been consistently performing throughout this tournament. So it's not that you get rid of these 2 batters. You're sorted. You've got to deal with Wasim Anwar, Prithvi, Nadeem, Shihan. Saurav is still there. Ghulam Murtaza is still there. So, yeah, I mean, things aren't looking all that good at the moment. That's a lovely stroke once again. Excellent timing. And all he did is just placed it into the gap without hitting it too hard. It's pure timing. And also, he didn't, it's not that the ball came underneath his bat. He had to wait and then just placing it for a boundary. It's a very impressive 32. Bulk of runs have come from the bat of Anil. Kamran, on the other end, he hasn't gotten much of strike so far, but every time he has, he's ensured he gives the strike back to Anil. Oh, that's been pulled away nicely once again. Another short delivery which has not worked in their favor. And Anil again is equal to the task. He gets a boundary. Expensive over by Wasim. Things is not working in their favor. They've been rather way too short. And this is a perfect start for Abu Dhabi Smashers. 41 for no loss. He had a great outing with the bat early on, Abdul Ghaffar, and also he's somebody who went on to pick up wickets. Now, this could be close. Careful, Anil. Where was he heading? Because clearly you could see that Kamrata, he had absolutely no intentions to steal a single, but Anil, I think he's just desperate now to get back on strike because the form which he's having at the moment, you just want to continue the momentum which is in his favor. Smashed, but straight to the fielder. Yeah, so that just has been the story this evening for Dubai Royals. After they were put into bat first, Kamran Atta, that's what he's been doing throughout this tournament. He's been very lucky, of course, if you talk about him winning the tosses. He's won majority of the tosses in the last 5 games. And even today, he's been lucky. Oh, what a tremendous strike by Kamran Atta. And this is where he's so dangerous. That is his favorite shot, where he looks to slash the ball. And Abdul Ghaffar also is now being targeted. Yeah, he always wanted to go aerial. That's the way he plays. Kamran Atta, he's somebody who's very special. And he's somebody who fancies his chances towards the offside. And that's what he did against Gorilla 11. I remember they kept on bowling towards the offside, and Kamran Atta, he was just unstoppable. He took the bowlers and really took them apart. Yeah, the idea was right. It was short. It was there to be hit. Just got a little big on Kamran Atta. So for Abdul, the 2 fielders were outside. They have a deep square alongside a deep point in position. So this is where now he needs to be very careful with his lengths, especially because we did see that he went short, and what a brilliant stroke he played against him towards the extra cover. Again, but this time there is protection. It's the captain himself in the deep, Hamid Khan. It's going to be only a single. So it's a decent over so far. They should be coming out with a plan. I mean, Kamran Atta, these cricketers, they've played a lot of cricket against him. These cricketers, they're very good friends off the field. They know their strengths and weaknesses, and I'm sure they know his weakness. They know his strength, of course, is towards the offside. You ball anything towards the offside, he'll slash you really hard. Anil goes high, and no protection. Gets a boundary to close out. Another good over. So the power play has surely gone into the favour of Abu Dhabi Smashers. And they're cruising and motoring along at this stage of the game. And that's how they have gotten their 50, and also closing out the power play. Anil, he's raced on to his 40s. It's 50 for no loss after 6. A gentle military medium pace bowler Nadir Hussain, somebody who relies on his variations, not quick at all. And I think Kamran and Anil, they'll just be sensible against him, because you'll see on Nadir, he'll try to bowl 6 different kind of deliveries because they need to pick up a wicket. So you need somebody who bowls those variations, those cutters, and this man on your screen, he's a specialist. I remember even on concrete cement wickets, he never used to give runs. So on this wicket, he should be effective. So Anil and Kamran can just be smart and sensible. All they have to do is just play ball by ball. Yeah, if it's there to be hit, if it's a loose delivery, go after it. Otherwise, their job is now pretty much simple, because they've already gotten off to a flying start. No wickets have been lost. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's exactly what they need. And already Dubai Royals They can sense that it's not looking all that good for them. They know that they don't have many runs on the board to work with. Nothing much happening in the wicket as well. Singles and doubles will do the job for them. And in the mid stage of the game, there will be some experiments being made. Maybe they can try Ronak Panoli. He is somebody who gets you those important breakthroughs. He didn't have the best of outing so far in this tournament with the bat, but he's bowled decent. He's the only spinner they have in their team. Of course, he's not a regular bowler. He's a batting all-rounder. But then again, you need to take your chances. Maybe just ask Ronak to come in at this stage and try to entice the batters. Even Nadir Hussain, I mean, he runs very hard like a fast bowler, but then he delivers like a spinner. So maybe he can also try to just slow down a bit more and try to entice the batters to go for a big shot. Bowling anything short length with this pace, you will ask for trouble. It's 56 for no loss. Junaid Shamsu too hasn't bowled all that much so far in this tournament. Oh, beautifully bowled. The ball shaping away from Anil Palakar. That's what you need. Somebody who can just be consistent with their nine and lens. They've been really spraying the ball all over. They've been very inconsistent if you talk about their lines, their lens. They didn't have a strategy. They didn't have a plan against Anil and Kamran. All they had to do is ensure they go full, they ball straight with the new ball, look to pick up wickets. There was the opposite. All the bowlers bowling short, and here you go. Even Junaid Shamsu now joining the party by bowling a short delivery. And it has been cut away beautifully by Anil. He's now inching closer to his well-deserved half century, but excellent balance once again. Really doesn't fall over. Everything seems to be technically correct about Anil Palakar. And then he does the right thing, gets off strike. Over to you, Captain. Yeah, usually you don't see this. Usually see Kamran Atta is the one who's batting in his 40s once the power play is done and dusted, because it has been Anil who's taken the responsibility and the charge against the bowlers. Kamran Atta, his job has been quite simple since then. That's the second time we're seeing Junaid Shamsu getting some support and assistance from the surface. Again, the ball jagged a little bit and completely took Kamran Atta by surprise. All he has to do is just stay in the middle. There's no need to really go after the bowlers. Again, yeah, this is a good, decent over by Junaid Shamsu. I honestly feel they're just one or two wickets away to get back into the contest. They just need to have the belief in themselves. It's the all important semi final. Still, 97 runs needed. They need just two wickets and they will surely be back in this game. This is high up in the air. It's not gone too far. Oh, very lucky. Junaid was on the verge of getting his team the first wicket. Excellent over though. It's 62 for no loss. So just that one over for Nadir Hussain, and he has been replaced. In comes the tall right arm fast bowler Wali Afridi for the very first time this evening. Slightly uppish, and he's been welcomed with the boundary. It's Kamran Atana joining the party with his partner Anil. And at the moment, it's Abu Dhabi Smashers. They are running away with the show. It's a big game. It's a big occasion. It's the all-important semi-finals. And the way Royals, it has been a disappointing start to this game. Of course, in the first innings, couldn't really pile up a big score. None of the batters took the responsibility. Yeah, so much was expected from Hamid Khan and Ronak Panoli, of course. Usually, you don't see him playing these kind of shots. I mean, it was a Yorker and he was trying to play towards the cover. He was trying to play a cover drive. That was a very strange approach by Ronak. I'm sure he wouldn't want to go back and see the replay or the highlights as to how he got out. And then can't really blame Hamid Khan. I mean, that's the way he plays. That's his actual natural gameplay. He looks to go hard against anything which comes to his way. On his day, if he gets going, he'll take the game away from you. Otherwise, he'll get out very quickly. And that's exactly what happened today. And then, of course, Junaid Shamsu trying to go for a big shot whilst he knew they were two down. There was no need. That was the time they needed a desperate partnership. But he too perished. And then Rais Ahmed. That was a huge blow. Playing a very careless stroke. Terrific. Outstanding batting display from Anil Palekar. He's risen to the occasion and he's come out strong in the all important semi-finals. Gets to his 50 in style. Not too sure if he's aware. Yeah, he's just raising his bat now with pride. It has been a fine knock from this exciting cricketer Anil Palekar. It's not done yet. Still, he's got a job in his hands. 87 more runs are needed. Plenty of overs to go. No real problems or troubles at the moment. If ever so, they would have ensured they keep this kind of a length. So either they could have gone fuller, try to pick up wickets. I know they might have gone for runs. They've anyways gone for runs by bowling short, and that plan didn't work in their favor. That could have been one ploy. Second is going back to your basics and bowl these good lengths, because we did see what happened in the last over. Junaid Shamsu, every time he looked to bowl in the right areas, he was getting some assistance. There was a hint of movement away from the right-handers. There you go, just like that. So this has been the problem. They have not been disciplined with their lengths, especially. 71 for no loss after 9. It's a thick outside edge. It's a poor delivery to say the least by Junaid. The length was okay, but the problem was the line. Because all Kamran he had to do is just get some bat onto it, which he did eventually, and starts off the over with the boundary, taking all kind of pressure, if ever so there was any. I don't think so there are any kind of pressure at the moment. I think it's Dubai Royals who are at the back foot. Nicely slashed away. There is protection though. I think compared to Dubai Royals, if you talk about Abu Dhabi Smashes, they have a very balanced playing 11. They've got two spinners. They're missing Farooq Momin though, so usually they have Farooq Momin as well. But today he's missed out. He's busy with the UAE camp, giving his services. Yeah, now Junaid Shamsu, he too is all over the place. This is going to be teaser though, and the ball will win the race eventually. So 80 already on the board. Before we are heading into the drinks break, I think the men in black would be the happier bunch, rightfully so, because no wickets have fallen. The match is pretty much in their grasp. No problems whatsoever. No pressure. Nothing much happening from the surface, and I can really not see anybody charged up. The energy levels have gone down since these two have taken the charge, Anil and Kamran. And it has been a chanceless innings, mind you. It's not that they've given any chances so far. Kamran such a smart and a clever cricketer. He knows what the situation is, and that's why he's playing runner ball. This is brilliant. That's what you need. Because oh my, now how do I describe this shot? This has to go down as one of the best shots we have seen in this tournament. From where on earth does he generate so much power is the question. I mean, there was no pace to work with, and that's one shot you don't see much often in the book of cricket. He's slapped him for a six towards the point region. This is unreal. Kamranata, he is a special case, isn't he? Yeah, they're cruising along. It's looking pretty much one sided at this stage. The players will take drinks. It's 88 for no loss. 88 for no loss, and it's going to be Ronak Panoli for the very first time, and he too has been dispatched for a boundary in the very first ball he's bowled. They're cruising along at this stage. Kamalata is playing a captain's knock at the moment. Anil on the other end, he's been very impressive so far. He'll need to take his chances, Ronak Panoli. He'll need to slow down. Of course, he's just bowled his first over, so early days. But his strategy has to be he needs to toss the ball up. Try to ensure they go for a big shot. That's the only way they can try to pick up wickets, because if they go on to pick up singles and doubles, it's going to be pretty much done and dusted. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, thick outside edge, and Ronak thinks that he had a serious case of picking up a wicket for his team, but fortune favoring the brave, getting a couple of more runs. So without taking any risks of any sorts, they've already gotten 7 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Nicely done, but there is a fielder, so red dot delivery. Surely they're missing the services of Nilansh Keswani, and left arm spinner has done so well. So with Ronak Panoli, if ever so you had Nilansh, maybe the story would have been different. He's been very economical so far in this tournament. They'll come back for the second eventually. Good running, and that's what we've seen so far in this innings. 97 for no loss. Nader has been brought back into the attack, and I think he is on the verge of picking up his first wicket. In fact, he does. So Kamalata, yeah, he's not very happy with himself, because I don't think so this was required. The way they were batting, just they could have enjoyed this outing, because they're almost home. 61 is all they need. But he took his chances, which eventually didn't go in his favor, and Rice takes a good catch. It's 97 for 1. Yeah, if ever so you would want somebody to bat at this stage of the game, it has to be Shihal Dilshan, who's very compact. He's a technical batter. He's somebody who look to play along the carpet. Won't really expect him to play aerial at any stage of the game. He's somebody who will really just look to pick up the singles and doubles. And straight away, he wants to get off the strike. In fact, he will, because of a misfield, opens his account with a single. So yeah, Nadir Hussain, he is somebody who can be very economical, but the only issue is that they don't have any runs to work with. I mean, if they're going to decide from this stage that let's just stay right till the end, I think they will finish off this game before 17th over, 16th over. Nicely done, Anil Palekar. He's just continuing his great form. And this is the problem now. The margin of error becomes very minimal on these surfaces where you ball short, you give width. And that is a classical cut once again by Anil Palekar. Gets to his 60s now. Another match-winning performance. Yeah, the idea was right. You could see that he bowled the slower one, back of the hand delivery. But Anil was equal to the task. He read what he was on about. Gets a single. That's all they need. Singles and doubles will do the job. 55 only needed. It's at the moment looking pretty much a one-sided encounter. It's a funny game. You never know. I mean, if they get 2 or maybe 3 wickets, it's a bit too much to ask for, I believe. But you never know. Still, there's 54 runs needed. Well, just to remind our viewers, if ever so you're wondering when is the grand finale of this tournament, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's tomorrow here in the Tolerance Oval, Abu Dhabi, where the stage will be set. Now that's up in the air. This could be a chance. Oh, in fact, just marginally clearing the fielder, and for a moment we thought that he had a genuine case to grab this catch, but it wasn't going to be all that easy. He is a tall man though, Wali, but still not able to stop this to go for another maximum. So run a ball is exactly what they need. 110 for 1. It's going to be Ronak to continue. Was slightly expensive in the first over. Pretty much looking to be a one-sided encounter at the moment. It has been one-way traffic. Oh, he's asking the question, Ronak Panoli. Easy decision for the umpire. Beautifully nudged away. Yeah, they can afford to play quite a few dot deliveries. Doesn't really matter because the match is pretty much in their hands. Shehan Dilshan can just have a good little practice from here onwards, because the way they're batting, they are, I think they're having one leg into the grand finale. 47 is all they need. Ample of time. 9 wickets in their hands. Nothing happening at all from this wicket. Was a risky stroke. Anil Palekar just using the crease and rocking back at the back foot. Too close to cut, but still, I mean, somebody who's batting in his 60s, think he should be seeing the ball extremely well. Inside out. Well, that is not an easy shot to execute, but Anil Palekar, he's making it look so simple. He's literally toying around with the bowlers. Yeah, you need to have special talent to go on to execute these kind of strokes. And Anil Palekar, well, this man, he's been mighty impressive in this innings, and he needed to go big. And again, now he seems to be in a hurry. He wants to get done with this game and take his team over to the line and take them to the grand finale. Yeah, he's taken his chances, Ronak Panoli, but it was way too full, and also it wasn't the right line as well. So it's 121 for 1. Rais Ahmed, of course, he's not a regular bowler. But here he is. He can just roll his arms over, maybe try to get a wicket. But so far, things are not looking all that good. Royals are on the verge of losing the semi-finals. Yeah, I think they've now given up. It's just 33 runs needed in the last 40. And hats off to Anil Palekar for playing such a valuable innings for his team. And now also Shehan joining the party gets a boundary. So yeah, we've had such an exciting tournament so far. The wait is now over. Of course, the stage is set for the finals tomorrow. And only one team will rise above the rest. We'll expect high intensity action because, of course, we know our first team. It is 7 districts. We will soon find out who is our second finalists. But yeah, whosoever you're supporting, I mean, I think it's going to be electrifying, the atmosphere here in the Trodden Oval. You will see a lot of families, friends, and spectators coming down and watching the game of cricket. I do believe it's going to be an absolute nail biter. 7 districts against Dubai Royals, or either Abu Dhabi Smashers. By the looks of it so far, it looks like so far it is Abu Dhabi Smashers who are having a great chance. Just 31 is all they need. They should not go on to lose from this stage, having 9 wickets in their hands. Beautifully placed, nicely done. Gets a single to retain strike in the next over. It's 128 for 1. Wally has been brought back into the attack. Nicely played. Singles will do the job for them. Oh, a bit of a fumble will allow them to come back for the second. Not the best of fieldings yet again. Yeah, you can sense they know that the match has gone out of their hands. Plenty was expected from this game. I mean, we did see such a nail biter yesterday. What a fantastic game of cricket. And the first semi-final, 7 districts against GSK Properties, and I think that has to go down as one of the best games we've seen in this tournament so far. Yeah, we've had some memorable games in this tournament. Who can forget of Gorilla 11 against Dubai Royals? We saw the heroics of Yahya Ali, that team led by Sher Azam. That's one team which has really impressed us all here in the Combox at least. And then who can forget that match? Abu Dhabi Smashers against 7 districts. Well, if we now talk about that game, it's a direct hit. They're asking the question, but he's made it safely. Good throw by Mayank, but no real problems. Yeah, just to remind our viewers, if ever so you're wondering, have these teams played against each other? And the answer is yes. And who can forget that match? Abu Dhabi Smashers against 7 districts. 20 runs were needed in the last over. It was Abu Dhabi Smashers chasing that score. And oh, that's a fine shot once again. Excellent control by Shehan. And the key was that he kept his eyes on the ball. And of course, he knew where the field is. Yeah, good balance and composure gets a boundary to his name. So yeah, who can forget that game where 7 districts, they had to defend 20 runs in the last over, and it was Wahab Hassan. He was asked to bowl the last over, and Farooq Momin was the hero. Alongside Zain Butt, he scored a very valuable 4 runs just before the last over. So 20 runs in the last over were scored, and it was Abu Dhabi Smashers. They won that game against 7 districts. So maybe redemption time for them if Abu Dhabi Smashers go on to qualify. Of course, they need to chase this 22 runs first. But what it looks like, it just seems, I think now it will be Abu Dhabi Smashers who will go on to once again play their arch rivals, 7 districts. And what a game are we expecting those two teams? Every time they collide, there is so much energy in the middle. Two teams who will come out all guns blazing. And by the looks of it, it looks like it will be Abu Dhabi Smashers qualifying alongside 7 districts. It's 137 for 1. Race will continue. Twenty is all they need. Plenty of overs to go. Mayank Chaudhary, I think we need to give him a lot of credit. He batted beautifully. He was the only one who fought well. Abdul Ghaffar also playing a very handy 31. And none of the other batters could take the charge, took the responsibility. Rais Ahmed, so much was expected from him. Not with the ball. He doesn't really ball much. Nicely placed once again. It's going to be a long chase. Will be cut out by Hamid Khan, and they should. Oh, in fact, they will stick for just a couple of runs. Rightfully so. Why take any chances? Yeah, these two teams, I think they've been mighty impressive, of course. Abu Dhabi Smashers alongside 7 districts. One team who's been consistently winning games. Just the one loss, and that too against Abu Dhabi Smashers. Now this is up in the air, should be taken. Easy catch, but already the damage has been done. 82 in just 49. What a tremendous knock by Anil. Rais Ahmed somehow has picked up a wicket, but the only question is it too late? Because they need only 18 runs and they have 8 wickets in their hands. It's 140 for 2. Another very promising youngster makes his way in the center, Prithvi Madhu. And all he needs to do is just enjoy his outing. He can nudge it around, pick the singles, maybe a couple of sighters as well, because you've got 4 more overs after this, and not many runs is what they need. It's a good over by Rais Ahmed. It's 140 for 2. So Wasim Akram has been reintroduced into the attack. Started off well. Who can forget he bowled a maiden? Now this is up in the air. Another wicket goes down. Right then. Well, they need to be a little careful here. They know that the match is pretty much in their hands, but even though I do say cricket is a funny game, excellent roll of the fingers by Wasim Akram. And now they would be thinking that if ever so, we would have taken the game seriously in the mid stage, maybe the story would have been different. It's 140 for 3. Well, they've gotten majority of the fielders in the circle. Just the deep square, mid wicket. Beg your pardon. Then they have a deep third man and a deep cover. Apart from that, all the fielders are in the circle. It's going to be a leg by. Surely we'll have to Let's wait for the signal. Yeah, it has been given as leg buys. So 17 is all they need. But want to ensure they try to get it before the last over just to be on the safe side. We've seen funny things happen in a game of cricket. I remember when I was a kid, there was a match between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, which was played in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, and the match was done and dusted. Sri Lanka was on the verge of winning the game, and I remember the spell. I was a kid watching on TV, and I was crying seeing my team losing because I think Aravinda De Silva, Jay Surya, they just took the Pakistani bowling apart to cleaners, and then one man, I don't know how well they took care of the ball. It just started reverse swinging, and it was Abdul Razak who came in, and he just knocked all the majority of the batters, and then the match was tied. I remember, yeah, that was one memorable game I can never forget. So you should never lose hope, and that too in a big final. I mean, I did see the shoulders getting dropped way too early for Dubai Royals, and that was a serious concern. I mean, I remember 97 odd were needed. Even that time, the energy levels were pretty much low. Now that would have been a run out, surely. Yeah, you need at time the luck also to go in your favor. Can Wasim get another wicket or two? Yeah, that's all they need. They need singles. Wasim is going to be done for the evening. The pick of the bowlers, of course. He started off really well. Who can forget he bowled a maiden? But then again, I keep on saying that honestly, they didn't really look to pick up wickets. The strategy which they implemented was to go short against these batters, and it wasn't working. So they should have had a plan B. This is gonna be a chance. It is. It's the fourth wicket down. Abu Dhabi smashes. What are you doing? You need to be careful. It was a juicy full toss, and he could have really just slashed it towards the point region. Rather, he wanted to blast it down the ground. Easiest of catches. Wasim Akram, he's done for the evening. I don't know if I have to say this, but do we have a twist in the tail? 15 still needed. We're going down to the last 3 overs. It's 143 for 4. Well, this is the man who made a big difference even in the last game. Abdul Ghaffar in the quarterfinals bowled exceptionally well. Picked up 3 wickets, if I can recall. Was spot on with his lines. So 2 new batters at the crease. Still 15 runs needed. Can they first bring to run a ball and then see where they stand? Oh, very close to Hamid. And by the looks of it, it just looked like maybe it was a half chance because the ball was slightly uppish. But yeah, they shouldn't be looking to press the panic button. I don't think so. I mean, they still have quite a few batters. There's still Wasim left. Ghulam Murtaza is sitting back and relaxing because maybe services aren't going to be required in this situation. Yeah, that's it. This is exactly what they need. Just ensure you pick up singles. Every time we've seen the batters Prithvi and Shehan, they try to play aerial. They've lost their wicket. I mean, you wouldn't want to do that. Why put your team in any sort of pressure? I mean, there's no pressure on Abu Dhabi Smashers, that's for certain. But even then, why even give them a glimmer of hope? Because they were down and out. They're still down and out. But couple of wickets, and funny things will happen. It's been pulled away nicely, in control. Intentionally, he kept it along the carpet. Very smart. So just two big hits away to seal the deal and to join 7 districts. What a cracker of a final we're gonna have now. Those guys are on serious fire. I mean, 7 districts, they're here for some business, and I think we're gonna have a good little final tomorrow here in the Tollens Oval. Yeah, it's past Ronak, and they should come back for the second. Good bit of running. Should have been stopped though. Could have been a dot ball. I think Saurav might just try to hit a boundary on this delivery just to ease any sort of nerves out there. Mohammad Nadeem, of course, has played exceptionally well so far in this tournament. He's been a serious contributor with the ball, with the bat. He did go on to win a game for his team with the bat early on in this tournament. Nicely tucked away. It's going to be a dot delivery. So we're going down to the penultimate over. That's 149 for 4. Just the 9 runs needed should not be a problem, but honestly, I believe that they should have chased this down by now. Why have they even brought this game to the penultimate over is the question. Well, anyhow, still should be easy. Just 9 is what they need, and Temur on the other end, he hasn't had the best of evening so far with the new ball. Let's see what he has in store now with the old ball in the penultimate over. Oh, it's a horrid of a delivery. It's surely is a no ball. It's a good catch in the deep, but obviously it's not going to be counted. So they've given a couple of runs. And to add salt to the wounds, of course, it's going to be a no ball as well. I mean, it's a free hit. So 7 is what they need. And I think Saurav will surely look to swing his bat hard and try to get a maximum. But yeah, that just sums up the day for Mohammad Temur. Free hit. And no real damage done. Will only be a single eventually. In fact, again, a fumble will allow them to come back for the second. Yeah, good bit of running again. Calling has been loud and clear. These two have very good camaraderie. Mohammad Temur, he thought that he had a genuine case. That's a very close one though. Yeah, I think it's a good decision by the umpire. So no problems whatsoever. 5 is what they need. One hit away to go on to join 7 districts in the final. Again, a misfield. This has been a serious concern for the Dubai Royals. I mean, they were just very flat this evening. I mean, the body language didn't look all that positive since the match started. They were put into bat first by the captain Kamran Atta, and that's what they've been doing. Kamran he's been lucky in winning the tosses, and yet again, he always wanted to bowl first. So far, he has found success in doing so. This is crashed hard towards the offside, and they will come back for the second easily in the end. So, just the 2 runs is what they need. No real problems whatsoever in the end. 2 short. And Nadeem just getting a little bit of match practice because he might be needed in the finals tomorrow, because just 2 is what they need. So has to be Abu Dhabi Smashers who should qualify. And I think Nadeem will try to finish off the game on this ball. Oh, inside edge. The wait continues. Oh yeah, they had a great day, the men in black. First, of course, with the ball, the spinners Nadeem and Wasim bowling in tandem, picking up wickets at regular intervals, and of course the fast bowler Zia Mukhtar. What a start he gave to his team, where he picked up 2 wickets early on, and that delivery where he bowled to Junaid Shamsu, that was such a terrific delivery. He did jag in very sharply. Right then, here we go. Nadeem once again facing Mohammad Taimur. He's pulled this away, and I think he's hit this into the gap. He should look to come back for the second, which he will eventually, and that is it. It's the end of semi-final number 2, and now we can say it is going to be the clash of the 2 heavyweights. The 2 giants will collide tomorrow. It's Abu Dhabi Smashers, the only unbeaten team in this tournament so far, will face off the mighty 7 districts tomorrow here in the Tolerance Oval, Abu Dhabi. There you go. A happy owner, a happy bunch, a happy team. They know that they have played some exceptional cricket throughout the tournament, and well deservedly have now reached the grand finale. Look at Zain Butt go. Yeah, a bit of moves to show as well. Why not? And Abu Dhabi Smashers have eventually won this game convincingly by 6 wickets. A very impressive batting performance by Kamran Atta. Shehan also played well, but pick of the batters Anil Palekar, 82 in just 50, with 5 huge sixes to his name, and it was very easy in the end to chase this down. Well, plenty of bowlers have been utilized, and none of the bowlers could really find success. But for me, to be honest, the pick of the bowlers was Wasim Akram. 14 dots in a span of 4 overs, 22 runs and 2 wickets to his name. Semi-final number 2, done and dusted. Dubai Royals being put into bat first. 157 is what they scored. They were bundled out, not going on to play all the 20 overs. Mayank was the lone warrior, 75 for him. Zia, Danish and Umaid. You can see all the 3 fast bowlers contributing, and they've picked up 7 wickets apiece. In reply, Abu Dhabi Smashers chasing it down comfortably. And with 1 over and a ball to spare, it was the heroics of Anil Palekar, 82, and a very useful 35 by the captain Kamran Atta. And it's Abu Dhabi Smashers have cruised and have reached the grand finale of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. Right then, we'll just take a short little break, and once we're back, we will be all set for the semi-final number 2 post-match presentation. Stay tuned. Welcome to the post-match presentation of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. It was semi-final number 2 where Dubai was batting first and scoring just a 157, and unfortunately they did not go out to play all their 20 overs and were bundled out for a modest total. In reply, Abu Dhabi Smashers have chased this down comfortably in just 18.5 and have won this game convincingly by 6 wickets, and also of course have emerged to the grand finale. It's now time to invite our match referee, Mr. Preetham, to please hand over the player of the match, and the player of the match has to, I think no surprises, it has to go to Anil Parker of Abu Dhabi Smashers. 82 runs is what he scored in just 40 deliveries with 5 huge maxims to his name and also 8 fours. Exceptional performance by a brilliant cricketer. Anil Parker, congratulations. What a brilliant performance, and that too on a big stage. We would like to know, how do you feel?
Feeling very proud and happy, and first of all very thankful for UPRO for conducting this tournament and also giving a chance for Smashers for me promoting as an opener. Then it's a proud moment. It's also happening in semi-final in a big stage. Also good, feeling very proud.
Anil, it was a big game and you were playing against a very good side. Was there any pressure on you?
Yeah, actually in the first over I got a maiden. Then talk with Kami Bhai. He is very talkative and I got some tips from him. After that we got a good partnership, and then it is easy to chase. That's good.
Anil, we've seen most of the batters. It has been a struggle for them to bat on the surface, but the way you were batting, you made it look very simple.
Yes, that's my day. That's it. Yeah.
Last question. Do you want to dedicate this player of the match to anyone?
Yeah, it's for Sia Bhai.
Anil, you were absolutely brilliant. Keep up the good work. Congratulations and best of luck for the grand finale tomorrow. That was Anil Palekar with his heroics with the bat. We're done and dusted with the poster presentation, but do join us tomorrow as it's the grand finale. It's Abu Dhabi Smashers who are going to take on 7 districts, and this is going to be one heck of a contest. Do join us tomorrow. Until then, Owais Ali signing off. Is goodbye and God bless.